What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and in today's video, we're going to be covering the location of all alpha Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And how alpha Pokemon work are they are bigger, deadlier Pokemon, but a lot of them are static encounters. There are also non-static encounters in the game that will randomly appear on the bat, like a Zubat or a Golbat, or like a random Bidoof. Like these can appear on the map as well, but they're not static, meaning they're going to be completely random based on your map seed that loaded in. We're going to be covering all the ones that are guaranteed to spawn based on their location, and sometimes they don't spawn due to weather, but I'll make a note of that, either weather or time. So looking at our map for Obsidian Fieldlands, I have marked the entire map with every single static encounter for alpha Pokemon, and we're going to go through every single one real quick. So starting off with Rapidash right at Horseshoe Plains, and using Braviary, you can get over to the next one very quickly. And overall, this is a great way to complete your decks and get Pokemon. It's going to be really hard to complete your decks without catching all the alpha Pokemon. So next up, we got the Alpha Heracross, which is going to be male or female, over at the Grueling Grove. And then our next area, going in a circle following the map, you actually have to have Braviary or Sneasler in order to get up to the waterfall section of the map. And we are going to be heading on over to the waterfall section. But along the way, there is another alpha that we will be seeing. There is an alpha Graveler just chilling right in between the area of between the Grueling Grove and Obsidian Falls. But going back to the falls area, we're just going to go up, jump up here, and this is where we can actually get a static encounter with a Blissey, which is definitely one of the best Pokemon to farm in the game. And the Blissey is just chilling right next to the falls. At the top of Deer Track Heights, we can actually encounter a Stantler, which is pretty cool. And then from the Stantler, we can go all the way down south from the Stantler and get a nice little encounter with another great Pokemon over to here, which is in Alpha Parasect, which, you know, most people will encounter on their way. And then south from the Parasect, down Nature's Pantry, there's the guaranteed spawn all the way down here, which is the Alpha Bibarel, just chilling over on the bridge here. And as you can see, bam, we got Alpha Bibarel. And from the Bibarel, we can actually head over to Cleaver's boss area in the Heartwood. And in the back of Cleaver's area, there's going to be a fan favorite Pokemon that we can get, which I actually highly recommend getting because Cleaver is a fantastic Pokemon. But we might as well get a big Cleaver while we're at it, right? Because you can get an Alpha Cypher chilling in the back right of the arena over here in the Grand Tree Arena area. And from there, heading south, following the edge, and going through the fog here that just randomly appeared, we can keep going down as the day changes. And at the very end of this area, which you can't access right at the beginning of the game, the end of this little peninsula, we'll be getting ourselves another fan favorite for some people. And Alpha Lopunny will be appearing right over here. And there we go, Alpha Lopunny at the edge. And then once you can fly or surf, you can actually access this park area, which I highly recommend doing because you can get a Chimchar, but not only can you get a Chimchar, you can also get an Alpha Infernape, which is level 65, definitely something you're going to want to watch out for. And like I said before, once you can fly or surf, you can go over to that park, but you can also head over here too. And there is another alpha Pokemon that is going to be really nice to get over in Sand Gem Flats, and that is right, Alpha Alakazam. Definitely one of the better ones to get just because it will save you an entire evolution that you don't have to worry about. And then heading over to the lakefront here, we can get another alpha encounter, and definitely want to free fly up here just because this is a little bit deep into the lakefront area. But over on this left side of the lake entrance, we can actually see an Alpha Gyarados. Yes, that's right. A level 60 Alpha Gyarados will be appearing right over there. back from the home base, you can actually just take a nice little jump over to Aspiration Hill. And near the gardens area, there is going to be a guaranteed Alpha Luxio appearing. Just further into the gardens, we'll get a nice little Luxio that you can access in the beginning of the game. It will definitely be a challenge, but there is Alpha Luxio that can be gotten. And then following down this side, brave adventurers can deal with one of the coolest alphas in the game, in my opinion. That's definitely going to be a challenge in the big blockade of getting over here naturally, which is the Alpha Snorlax. And that is one more alpha, actually, I forgot. We have one more alpha that I forgot. Another a very baby one, but, you know, one some people may want to get. But down here over on the side of the beach here, we are able to encounter the Alpha Staravia, and that is all the alphas for the Obsidian Fieldlands. Next up, we have Crimson Mirelands, and we're going to be starting over on the Cloudpool Ridge with a very interesting spawn as we get an Alpha Roserade during the day. But if this was nighttime, instead of the Roserade appearing here, we would actually be getting an Alpha Honchkrow. So keep in mind that you want to come here either at day or night, but the exact same spot will work for both. Then over at the Shrouded Ruins, we can get an Alpha Licky Licky. And from that Licky Licky, we can go a little bit south and get a couple more alphas along the way. And down here, we can get the Alpha Rhyhorn down here, which is pretty cool, level 45 Rhyhorn. And if we keep going south from this Rhyhorn, we can actually fall upon another cool alpha Pokemon. We can get ourselves a very nice Alpha Onyx. So we got all the Alpha Rock types just coming up all at once. And across the river from the Onyx, over on the other side of Lake Valor, we can see a Alpha Carnivine. And then south from the Carnivine, we actually encounter an Alpha Vespiquen. So 1, 2 right there. And if we keep on going south, we can actually end up with another alpha Pokemon, a fan favorite, one of my personal favorite Pokemon of the Sinnoh region, which is going to be Alpha Yanmega. And the Alpha Yanmega, we can actually just cross the river here. And we want to go over to Ursa's Ring. And over in Ursa's Ring, well, what do you think we're going to be getting here, guys? We're going to be getting ourselves a nice Alpha Ursaring, just chilling. There's actually 2 Alpha Ursareens on this map, which is pretty interesting. And then we get to an area that's only accessible by flying or by surf, and we can actually get our first chance at getting a Hisuian Sliggoo, which is very awesome. Is at level 50, so right when you catch it, you can evolve it into a Hisuian Gudra, which is what I did in my playthrough. And we're going to keep on going over down here. And then over here, we see Hisuian Totara. So this is where what the Sliggoo was. Now we got Totara. And coming up past the Totara, we got, once again, another Alpha Pokemon. Guaranteed spawn, which is Alpha Toxicroak, which just spawned in. We actually got 2 Alpha Toxicroaks, so one was a random spawn, but one is a guaranteed spawn as well, which is pretty funny to see that we got both at the same time. And then on over here, right across, back into areas that we can normally get to, we get a big squirrel with Alpha Pachirisu. So for those Patchy fans out there, that one was for you. And then after the Pachirisu, we can head over to the top of the mountain, get the high level Ursaring at level 55. So if you do want a higher level Ursaring, this one's level 55. The other one was only 51, so just to keep that in mind. And then we can head over progression-wise. And progression-wise, there is the Pokemon that was in the trailer that was attacking the trainer, which is going to be Alpha Tangrowth. And with Alpha Tangrowth, that is all the Alpha Pokemon in Crimson Mirelands. Now let's head back to the coastal area. And now we are in Cobalt Coastlands, so you can see all the Alphas are listed once again. So let's go through every single spawn. And we're going to be starting off with the Walrein right over here. Very hard to miss, especially if you're going just through the story. And then from that Walrein, we're going to go down to Apom Hill here. And we're going to go past the hill. Keep on going. We're going to take this right path past the hill. And when we get through this sort of more hidden area, there is an alpha ambipom right over here. Past the ambipom, we're going to go to the lagoon, and we can see a nice gold duck here. And we're just going to keep on following this down over to Deadwood Haunt. Over in Deadwood Haunt, only at nighttime, a Dust Noir at level 65 will appear. So keep that in mind, that it has to be at nighttime. And just past that Dust Noir, you can probably go to the best EXP farming spot in the game at the current moment that I know of. Over on this little deserted island, there features an alpha Chansey for you to farm, very close to the camp as well. So if you want to farm EXP, that is going to be definitely the best way to do it. And going over to the middle of the water here, we can get our sights on our second alpha Gyarados. This one's only level 58, so not as good as the other one that we have previously seen. But, you know, it is still cool. And then after that Gyarados, we can actually head to the middle of the lake area. And just past this island, in between these two islands, as you can see here in the middle, we can actually get ourselves a nice view of the Alpha Mantine that is coming up. It is a little bit harder to see the Pokemon that are in the water, but there's the Alpha Mantine right there. The red eyes is the big giveaway, of course. And then past the Alpha Mantine, heading up into the shore area, right on this big rock right over here, we can see ourselves a nice Alpha Octillery, which you definitely want to watch out for. That thing will try to shoot you. And going down the beach line, there is still plenty more alphas to see, as you really can't miss some of these if you're just playing the game normally. And the next alpha we're going to be seeing is the Alpha Machoke. That's going to be very nice if you want to get that Machamp sort of early. And then right past that Machoke, over in this sandy area, we'll get ourselves in guaranteed Alpha Drapion. Over on top of Veilstone Cape, you'll see a Alpha Perugly, which is very ugly, and we don't want to deal with that. Of course, you can catch some Hisuian and Growlithe to make up for the cuteness there. And then going all the way into the ocean, back for some more water-type Alpha action. Over right under this island over here, we can see an Alpha Tentacruel just chilling. So Alpha Tentacruel right under this island. And then heading back over to another set of islands here, we're going to encounter another Alpha water type. And the good thing is, at least when you're flying, they're definitely big enough for you to see. And right down here, I believe we got to see it. Where is it going to be? A little bit tougher sometimes, especially at night. There he is. There we got an Alpha Luminion just hanging out. Definitely a very cool one just because it does glow up at night. Over on this island, we get an Alpha Gastrodon. And from the Gastrodon, we want to head towards the shore because we got a couple more alphas over on the shore side near the spring path. And from this area right on the beach, we're going to see a huge fan favorite. Alpha and Polion will just be hanging out here. Very cool one at level 69. Definitely the strongest alpha in the entire zone. We're going to get Altamotham just hanging out in the back over here. And then from here, we're going to actually go to the Molten Arena. And there is one alpha that we can get right at the front of the Molten Arena. And the alpha here is Ninetales. So if you want to get an Alpha Ninetales, this is the place for you. And that is all the alpha Pokemon for the Coastlands. And next up, we are in Area 4, Coronet Highlands. And here's the locations of all the alpha Pokemon. And the first one we're starting off is at the top of the mountain right here. And it's going to be Electivire is our very first alpha. Very cool alpha for sure. And south of that Electivire, we're going to go back down to the Sacred Plaza. And through the Sacred Plaza, we are going to see another very cool alpha. Definitely one a lot of people are probably going to try to shiny hunt. And there we go. Alpha Luxray just hanging out right over here. And across the Sacred Plaza, we end up in Celestic Ruins. And this is where Alpha Gligar can be located, which is very cool. And down from Alpha Gligar, we can actually find Alpha Gabite, which is going to be massive for a lot of people. People who want to get their Garchomp, definitely head down here for your Alpha Gabite. And then right just past the Alpha Gabite, we're not done yet. We get another alpha. That's 3 alphas really all on top of each other. And if we can dive down here and just get a better, closer look, we can see an Alpha Gliscor. So we got a very nice Alpha Gliscor just hanging out at the end of this pathway. And then from the other end of the pathway, in front of an icy looking cave, we actually get another cool Pokemon that is a little bit tough to evolve yourself. But it's Alpha Probopass is chilling out in front of that cave. And from the Alpha Probopass, right over here, where it's just a sticker a little bit, is Alpha Rhyperior at level 74. Definitely the strongest Pokemon in the area, besides the Gliscor, who is level 77. So those are going to be your two big hitters in this zone. So that's really cool. Then from the Rhyperior, just going a little bit to the left, we can see an Alpha Golem right down here, right underneath the ravine. And over in Sawtooth Row, night only is an Alpha Mismagius, so that's going to be a great way to get yourself a great ghost type for the game. To find another split spawn area, so if it is nighttime, you'll be able to get the much better of the two spawns in my opinion, which is going to be an Alpha Clefable hanging out in the meadow area here, as along with some Clefairies, which is very nice. If it was daytime in the water area right here, it will be an Alpha Basculin, which you can evolve into a Basculegion. So just keep that in mind as well. And over on the Ancient Quarries, something that everyone's going to want is the Alpha Goodra at level 70. That is definitely a Pokemon you want on your team, especially over at that level. And then south of the Goodra, we see an Alpha Mothim just hanging out in the Woodward Way. And then from there, we're going to go a little bit north, cutting back. And we did miss one Alpha up in the mountain path over here. And over on this mountain path, there is a very cool Alpha that I know a lot of people are going to be interested in, which is going to be the Alpha Steelix, which is very cool. And you're going to have to enter the cave entrance of the mountain here, so we can just go right in here, enter the cave entrance to get ourselves a nice little Alpha Crobat. And the Alpha Crobat can actually be found through the water pass, and there's a couple of water types along the way, but past the water pass we can actually end up seeing the Alpha Crobat. And the actual last Alpha Pokemon in this area is the Alpha Bronzong hanging out right next to the camp right over here. And that is all the Alpha Pokemon for Mount Coronet. And now for the final area, Alabaster Icelands, and we're actually going to be starting right over here. So there's not actually an Alpha right at this exact location, but it is in a cave, and we need to go all the way through the cave. And at the end of this cave, we are going to be seeing an Alpha Frostlass. So that is why we needed to go down that cave. And keep on going to the bottom left-hand corner of the map. And over here, we can see the highest level Alpha in the game, level 85 Garchomp, who does aggro on you even if you are flying. So definitely keep that in mind. That is definitely one of the scarier ones to encounter in the entire game. That is for sure. Over on the other side of the slope, so Garchomp was down here, you can encounter an Electabuzz. I'm not 100% sure if this one's always static, but there is an Alpha Electabuzz you can encounter there. And over on the top of the mountain, right over here, we'll be able to encounter an Alpha Lucario. So this bottom corner is amazing because you get Alpha Garchomp, Alpha Frostlass, and Alpha Lucario. Near the Ice Peak Arena, we get an Alpha Machamp right over here. And then past Machamp, we're going to go over towards Avalog's Legacy. You can see little Alpha Sneasel hanging out right here. And then continuing to Avalog's Legacy, there's a couple more that we can see over here. And the first one we're going to be seeing is a little bit around Avalog's Legacy. One, Avalogs do spawn here as well. So if you are interested in getting Avalog, they do spawn. But number two, Alpha Mamoswine spawns right here. So this is where you can actually get a Mamoswine in the wild. We can get Alpha Abomasnow hanging out right here. And Alpha Glalie also can spawn here as well. So we just got tons of Alpha Pokemon just hanging out all relatively within the same area. So Alpha Abomasnow, Alpha Glalie. Actually, that may have just been a regular Glalie, because I think the actual Glalie spawn, maybe, yeah, here's the actual Glalie spawn. So we just got super lucky and got two Glalie spawning, which is pretty funny overall. Right in front of us is Alpha Swinub. So there we go. We get Alpha Swinub as well as another guaranteed spawn, which is pretty cool. And over under Heart Crag, there is an Alpha Gardevoir that you can encounter as well, which is pretty cool. And right over next to the lake is an Alpha Chimecho that always spawns. And in the Snow Point Temple, our last Alpha Pokemon that is a guaranteed spawn that I know of is Gallade. Well, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. It was a lot of fun making it, and definitely let me know if I missed anything, because there are a lot of zones, 5 full zones with lots of Pokemon, and I could very easily miss another guaranteed alpha spawn. So please let me know in the comment section below, and like this video and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.